there. All right, I am going to be playing with my stack cooker today. I've had it for like a year and haven't really learned how to use it yet. So this is me learning how to use it. I don't know. I've used it for individual things, but never stacked an entire meal in one cooking sitting. So we're going to start off with the bottom one. It comes in all these layers and I'll explain it as we go. So the bottom one is going to be the veggie. So I'm going to first cut some of my potatoes. So I could do like all just potatoes, or I can do any blend of vegetables that I want. I'm going to do some potatoes, some frozen broccoli, and some carrots. So hopefully it'll all work out really nice. I'm also really working at lower carb and gluten-free. So I want to learn more about that. Throw some frozen in there. Hope that'll work. Who knows? And I got some carrots here. And my fridge smarts, which has been in my fridge a long time. And they're still hunky-dory. And it says, I got this awesome cookbook that you can do different layers of cooking. So it has the middle and the top and all your different options in there. So anyway, I've got it on that. This is a tablespoon of butter. So I'm going to throw that in. And some herb and garlic in my spice container. I'm just going to sprinkle that all over it there. And a 1/4 cup of water to steam it. And there we go. Okay, layer 1. Oh, salt and pepper. Let's throw in some salt and pepper. Crank that on. All right, so layer number 1 is finished with that too. I am going to do the top layer next. And that is, should move this out of the way a little bit. I'm going to make a dessert in the top layer. So first off, I need my apple. Okay, I went straight. Look at that. Doesn't usually happen. And calls for 3 apples. Look at that, 2 times in a row. And the other day, where I just had it here, I made little apple sticks. What can I make with that? So I make them in the mandolin, and now I'm gonna do this other stuff first. Now this calls for 3 apples. Wow, this seems like it's gonna be too much, but well, let's see. I'm gonna slice the apples. And the first one, I'm just gonna hold it because I've noticed when anything round, it's kind of hard to use with that. But now I've got a flat side. And I'm gonna slice it actually easier to do that. See how fast and easy that is? outside. Ta-da! Okay, layer this in the bottom here. And of course, as apple cooks, the cute little holes from the poker thing. As apple cooks, it gets smaller. So this is gonna look, I've never done this before. This is gonna look a bit tall in here. I'm gonna add, okay, you know what I'm gonna do first? I have my apple pie seasoning and sugar I need to sprinkle on there. So I'm using monk sugar. So it's half a cup. Monk fruit sugar. I have my measuring cups here somewhere. I need to look at the recipe again. Blend sugar, flour, and butter with a fork. Oh, that's all gotta go. I need a bigger bowl than this. One moment. Okay, we're gonna have a half a cup of sugar. And I have my Epicure apple pie seasoning, and it says, doesn't say anything about seasoning, so this I'm just gonna do myself. So I'm doing maybe some random amount in there. And I have gluten-free flour. I've got a quarter cup of gluten-free all-purpose flour. And it goes in there. I'm going to mix it with my fork. And then I need to put in butter. 2 tablespoons of butter. Mix, mix, mix. And got my butter here. Tablespoon. This is my really old butter container from the 80s, and it's still lasting. Can you believe it? It is in excellent shape. So this is the crumble on top. And just mix it in with the fork. Then I mix it with my fingers a little bit. Okay, perfect. And sprinkle that on top. Oh, forgot to put, I'm gonna sometimes you just put all the apples on. It said 3 apples and then some other mixed fruit, but I'm gonna just stick to apples because this will be like an apple pie. And this is going to be all cooking at the same time. And I have saved the messiest part for the last. I am making some little meatballs. So I'm just going to remove some of this out of the way. Stuff I need. Okay. That bowl is good. So I'm gonna, instead of using breadcrumbs, I'm taking rice, these little rice cakes, and I'm gonna chop them up fine because we're making this one gluten-free. I got my little chopping pad. That's the first time doing this. I haven't done this before. Let's see how it goes. Might be a little bit too tight in there. Oh. There we go. Wow. Let's do it a little bit more. Wow, so I've got little rice cake breadcrumbs. And I'm using 2 pounds of ground beef. Might be too much, I don't know, but I can always do something else with what's left. I'm using Tupper-Aware seasoning, which is absolutely delicious. I've made it before, but I'm only going to use about half the package. And I'm going to throw in an egg. I'm going to throw in my crumbs. And I'm going to put on my gloves because playing with ground beef is messy and gross. Put it on. Okay, here we go. And mix it really good. Okay, all mixed. Now I'm gonna make little mini meatloaves, and it's gonna go in the colander portion into here so that, you know, meatloaves always have that, all that greasy drippings and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna make kind of like large oval meatballs. This might be too much to fit in here, but that's okay. So instead of a whole bunch of pots and pans cooking on the stove and doing this and doing that, this is supposed to make life easier, make meal making easier. So we'll see how well it works. And if I burn it or not. I've known that I can do this, I just didn't know how. So I've been looking around and figuring it out the last couple days. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of these kind of little videos and recipes over the next little while. And just the different things that it's really good for. Yeah, I'm going to have too much ground beef here, so. All right. So there I have it, all those little meatballs. So this is going to go on top of here, and that fits in tight there. And this is going to go on top of here. And I'm going to put it in the microwave for 25 minutes. And then I'll check it. Should probably be done. I'll make sure you stay in, don't go over the edge of the pot. And get this going. Time cook 2500 start. And there we go. So I'm just gonna press pause here and then I'll be back in a few seconds. After 25 minutes, a few seconds video time. Okay, so dinner I think is done. It's finished microwaving. Let it sit for 5 minutes. And ooh, that smells good. So here is the apple, and here we have little meatballs, and oh, all the juices. Wow, that's a lot of fat that drained down underneath. And we have the potatoes are cooked to perfection. That looks fabulous. Well, there you have it. I think I might take some of the drippings from here and make a little bit of a gravy for the meatballs, because this is like garlicky and stuff like that, so that'll be delicious. So there you have it. My first stack cooked dinner. We can eat dessert first, right? Oh boy, that looks so good. I think I gotta let it rest a little bit more. Okay, thanks for watching.